He sends me some money. We get on a train with my daughter who's on life support, and we come back to Texas. It was actually during Hurricane Harvey, so the hurricane was happening at the same time. So our train had to stop in Fort Worth. We couldn't go any further. It was delayed. It couldn't get any further because the tracks were covered with water. So my uncle drove from Austin to Fort Worth to pick us up. And I think that's what makes me so hungry, is because I've had a lot, or even for a young kid, you would think I had it all. I have multiple cars, multiple businesses, a beautiful wife, a beautiful daughter, successfully was doing pretty well, and I lost everything. And it really humbled me to go back to my beginnings. And then after we got here the next day, I called my uncle to see if we could go to lunch, just to say thank you, because I was so grateful for him helping me out. We go to lunch so I can say thank you, and I'm sitting there just because I like to talk about business. It's what I do, it's who I am, it's just, that's what I think is fun and I get a kick out of. So I'm asking my uncle, hey, if the glass broke here, would they call you? And he looks at me, of course they would, I'm sitting right here. I get on Google, on my phone of course, because that's what everyone does these days, because it's 2018, and I type in glass and mirror, glass installation, and I'm scrolling, and I'm 10 pages deep on Google, and I can't find anything, nothing. Not one thing about Ames Mirror and Glass. And I'm looking at him like, bro, where's your web presence? And he goes, web presence? What? What is a web presence? And I'm like, oh man, you got a problem. And we go into this whole spiel, and by the end of that spiel, he's like, well, why don't you just come work for me? But I didn't really want to ever work for anyone else. I like working for myself. I'm a true to the core entrepreneur. So I said, I'll come work for you, but not as an installer. I mean, I could do install work, and I will do it. I still do it to these days, but I think I'm more valuable. I can bring so much more value by being authentic to who I am and bringing some marketing, sales, business development. Someone that really helped me when I was young and didn't have anything like new basketball shoes, when I'd run the soles out of my old shoes, and he would buy me new ones, or at least help me go to work so I could buy myself new shoes as a kid. Helped me when I had $0 to my name and I was stuck with my family in the other part of the country. I could pay him back by bringing a lot of my valuable assets to the table, and we could partner up in a sense and build a monster, build the biggest glass company in America, if not the biggest glass company here in Austin, and go from there, expand it and see what comes of that, and build an educational platform, because there's nothing like that in the glass industry itself. So, and here we are 7 months later. We've doubled in size, we've opened up new locations, we've gotten new trucks. Things are starting to play out. And I feel like I can bring a lot to the table. I feel like I am bringing a lot to the table. But that's the story of it. I have something that drives me that most people will never have, and it's the fact that something happened to my kid that I would wish on not even my worst enemy. But her neck was broken at birth. She can't walk, she can't use her arms, she's a full quadriplegic, she can't breathe on her own, she's on a ventilator, life support. And she's humbled me because she's such a happy person. She's such a great personality to be around, but to not take advantage of this thing called life, to be able to get up and take a deep breath, to be able to put your 2 feet on the ground when you get out of bed in the morning and walk and go to fucking work and put in the work and go harder than the next person. Just be grateful to be alive. And I just have this newfound perspective on life, and I want to bring that to the table, and I want to use that to build an amazing culture in our business that makes us an amazing place to work for, work at, and turn this thing into a monster, turn this thing into the biggest glass company, but where I can build careers and I can build people up, people that hate their job, teach them how to love their job, love what they do, love life. And I think by building this culture, I can really turn this thing into like some type of empire and give back to my uncle, who helped me my whole life, but really helped me when I was at my lowest point in life. And I had contemplated a lot of depression, and I had a lot of stuff going on in my head. I have this man who took me out of it. Now, not only can I repay my daughter, by building this monster and creating a big stream of income to help our family and give her the tools and technology she needs to live a better quality of life for her, but I can give back to my uncle who really helped me out. And you know, with a lot of people, they never tap into their full potential. And what's great about potential is once you do tap into it, you see that there's more potential. And it's just like this ongoing revolving door that opens up and you're like, oh shit, I accomplished that. Let's see what else I can do. Let's see what else I can do. And you just go for more and more and more. And that's kind of been the story of my life. The more potential I see I have in myself, the more I want to go after. And the more doors I can open up, the more people I can help. So I'm building this to give my daughter the life that she deserves since someone stripped it away from her. And I'm able to pay my uncle back and help out all these people while prospering myself and attaining these goals that I've had set since I was a young child. I can hit them. Even though I took a big step backwards, I think that step backwards was on purpose. You know, everything in life happens for a reason, and I really see it that way. All the stars aligned to get me back from California, back from Baltimore, right here in Austin, Texas, with my uncle, who was always a very cherished person in my heart as a child. I'm able to help him out while he's helping me out, so it's a win-win situation for both of us. So I just feel like this is going to be awesome. I'm really excited. I'm gonna put in the work, I'm gonna put in the time, and I'm gonna go harder than anyone and everyone. If you think there's a person in the glass business that goes harder than me, I would love you to point them out so I can literally dissect what they're doing and make sure that I'm putting in that extra effort to go above and beyond what anyone else does. Yeah, that's a basis of the story of why I'm here at Ames and why I'm gonna take Ames to the next level.